Hello? Can anyone hear me? Beep. Hello. It is Tuesday afternoon. And we're going to play not soccer, at least not yet, depending on how long this demo takes. We're going to play a new video game, a new old game, kind of like Ground Zero, except this one's called PulseBreaker. And this is one that I've been eyeing on Steam and Twitter for a while. It's a new old game. It's another survival horror game that's replicating the old school style. There's quite a few of those, but it's not often that one actually like really catches my eye as like standing out. And this one to me stands out very well because it looks very much like the creator has basically done their homework and really studied how PlayStation 1 like games and models and textures kind of look. It has a PlayStation 1 Resident Evil kind of look to it. The environments are fully 3D rendered, so it's a little more like Dino Crisis in that sense, but environment wise, like the textures and the way the zombies move and kind of react and stuff like that looks very close to like RE2 and RE3. That's mostly the vibe I get is 2 and 3. And I feel like of all of the survival horror stuff I've seen, like in the scene of games kind of replicating the style, this one to me always has caught my eye as being one of the best looking ones at replicating the graphical style and kind of the feel and look of the game. So I'm actually pretty excited for this one. Ground Zero was like another one. I always had like my eye on Ground Zero a little bit, but there always was something about Ground Zero, and I think I mentioned it whenever I played it, was like because of like the way like the flashlight and kind of like the reflectiveness kind of looking whatnot, that Ground Zero was getting close, but it wasn't 100% there. And I feel like this game, PulseBreaker, is the one that's like, this is the closest I've seen. This one has really caught my eye, I feel like. So I'm pretty excited to play it. And I'm interested to see how its combat systems look, because it looks pretty close to like OG RE2 with like it has a little bit of RE4 kind of looking mechanics to its combat, but I'm hoping that this one nails the kind of survival horror like resource management a bit better than Ground Zero. So we'll see when we get to the demo, but that's kind of my preface to this game. I think the best ones were from Parasite Eve 2. Yeah, Parasite Eve 2 and also Dino Crisis 2, I feel like had some of the best looking like pre-rendered backgrounds. And I feel like it is probably attributed to that those games were very late in the era. Like RE1's like 1996, and you can see there's a pretty big excuse me, graphical leap between like RE1 and RE2, which is like a 2-year gap. Back then, just like 2 years of like tech advancement was like huge back then. Like just a couple of years, or even like 1 year, you would see like really, really big graphical leaps in games. So when you get the very late PSX, which is like Parasite Eve 2, Dino Crisis 2, they have really, really polished and like good looking pre-rendered backgrounds in those games. Again, this game does not seem to be pre-rendered backgrounds. It is 3D rendered environments, which Dino Crisis 1 had. I feel like that's one of the things that made Dino Crisis 2 look so nice. Its visual busyness was the backgrounds are pre-rendered instead of 3D. But I also understand working in doing environments in 3D is a bit easier to do than having just still images and then having to superimpose the still images on the background of your gameplay. I feel like that's, for like a modern workflow, probably pretty difficult to do. And apparently I was saying that Ground Zero was 3D backgrounds. Apparently they actually are pre-rendered in that game. I'm not sure how they got the flashlight to like reflect off the environments while still using pre-rendered backgrounds. I'm actually very curious about that. It's very interesting. But supposedly from what I've heard is that game actually uses pre-rendered backgrounds. So I feel like I couldn't really tell 100%. There's some shots that I thought looked a little bit like, is this pre-rendered? It was really hard to tell at times. So I feel like in hindsight, props to them. They did good on the pre-rendered backgrounds. Oh, Sylvia. Little Merc, no spaghetti, summertime. And Pumpkin's over in her stream right now. She's playing, I think, more Star Fox, and also troubleshooting her computer. I did some work on it this morning. That was a pain in the ass, but I I ran some RAM tests. Doesn't seem like there's any issues with her RAM on the computer. I have one theory. One thing I looked up was that apparently integrated GPUs can sometimes conflict with the driver of your main GPU, and I noticed that the integrated GPU had an AMD driver like active, and when I went and shut it off in the BIOS and booted the computer back up, it was no longer getting the memory lost error. So I feel like that's a start. I'm hoping that's what it was, and it's that simple. The simpler the better. So I guess she's over doing her stream right now. I'm sort of stress testing that. It's going to depend on what your BIOS manufacturer is, your motherboard. But yeah, I would just basically Google whatever your manufacturer is. Yes, Asus BIOS, and then search like integrated GPU enable/disable, and you should be able to find the steps to that. It's different for each one, but it's usually like in either like a miscellaneous or like a I think it's like input/output settings in there somewhere. Oh, augmented. That was augmented. TTV. Try updating BIOS for Pumpkin. Yeah, I probably should do that too. I've heard also with the new AM5 chips that like BIOS updates are, it's good to like keep your BIOS up to date since like the AM5 stuff's new. But I'll probably do, I was thinking about doing the BIOS flash, but that was also another extra step I'd have to do, and I didn't really have time before going to work this morning. I spent like 3 hours this morning working on our computer. But that's probably the next step I'll do. AM4 USB didn't work for a while, lol. Disconnect and reconnect, that's really annoying. That's always what happens with early adoption, I guess. When something's kind of new, it has like growing pains. Alrighty. Where's my controller? Here you are. I hope this is a controller supported game. I like to play my classic. Oh, grab a controller, kick back. This game uses a controller for the best experience. So grab an Xbox controller, DualSense controller, really any kind of controller. Yeah, that's a canned Steam message right there. Yeah, real, like Yakuza, like the actual, like, Yakuza in real Japan. They use gamepads. This game is the executable. It's called Horror Game Demo. That's what it's called. Yeah, really scared. Let me restart it so you can get the cool little fade-in opening. Controller is strongly recommended. Update display icons in the options menu. There you go. See, we're using a PlayStation 1 like OG controller right here. Yeah, that's scary. Turn down a little bit. Yeah, the Ken Levine Judas. Isn't it like pushed back to like 28 now? That's 2016. That sounds like a Ken Levine project. This L1 plus square is reload. Xbox, because I'm using an Xbox controller. So LB plus X is reload. Special action B. Nice music. I like this. It's one of my biggest criticisms. I don't want to compare this game too much to Ground Zero. It's just hard not to because I just played it. One of my biggest criticisms of Ground Zero also was, I think the music wasn't super standout to me. I already really like this music. Quick menus on the D-pad. So L stick is move. So I guess we're not using D-pad for moving. I'm gonna assume it's tank controls. I'm not a big fan of if you play tank controls, but you're also not on a D-pad. I feel like D-pad and tank controls like go hand in hand. But we'll see. It's LBY primary support weapon switch. It's not tank controls. Okay, so it's free controls. Motion controls, yeah. LB's aim. So LB's like the bumpers. Yeah, left trigger, right trigger is not used. I see. All right, it'll take some getting used to, because I'm used to OG RE controls, and then I played PulseBreaker, or not PulseBreaker. I played Ground Zero, which was kind of like RE1 controls, but a bit different. And now I'm gonna have to like jumble up my brain again for this one. Oh yeah, we got vertex snapping. So it's got kind of like a frame rate cap. Deus Ex Hell's Kitchen highlight. Yeah, it's like vertex lighting going on too. I can see the jaggies of the lighting. That's great. I love vertex lighting. Okay, RB to run. Interesting.
Medic!
This ambience is very RE2 as well, like the outdoor. I'm gonna have to get used to using LB. Oh my god. It's a zombie. Die. Oh, they're like coming out one at a time. Oh, we got like the hot girl zombie from RE2. That's awesome. Oh, like the way that they're like animated and like the blood effect, the way they're hit and stuff like that. Little jolt. It's very RE2. I really like it. Attack till the focus meter is full, then press LB plus B. Okay, you like a little push kick. Bring the zombie to its knees by shooting its legs. Okay, so you do LB and the... Okay, I see. So yeah, it's got kind of like RE1 aiming. I like the simple aiming from like old RE, which is up, down, straightforward. So you have to be, yeah, within a vicinity of them. Which I prefer over like the Ground Zero, where it's like in Ground Zero it has like free aiming, where it's like the laser sight, you can kind of aim everywhere. I kind of prefer the more like just having the simple like up, down, forward aiming. I have to get used to like the run button being on the right bumper. Oh, there we go. Yeah, the melee seems more limited here. You have to fill like a meter to use it. You can't just melee at any time. So you have kind of like a tight window before you can use the kick. There we go. Focus speed is full. Press RB while aiming. Once it looks red, fire 3 times. You hate tutorials like this one where you have to like do the thing to like continue type of thing. Let's flip. Once it flickers red, fire 3 times. Oh, I see. Too slow. So there's like a timing thing with it. Thank you for the follow.
Take me with you. I'm the one man who knows everything.
So it also has kind of like a critical system. It's a bit more complicated, I want to say, than the Ground Zero one. So you have to fill a meter, and then you have to do like a timing thing. But the timing of it is not like a bar that you physically see. You have to just kind of feel it. He's only to its knee by shooting its legs, then land a perfect shot for an instant kill. Too slow. It's very like arcadey feeling. There we go. Yeah, bar's in the lower right corner. There we go. That's how you do criticals. So it's kind of interesting because it's like you have like systems that are kind of similar to Ground Zero, but they're like executed differently here. Crush a lot of people struggle tutorial. I just have my RE1 experience. Hehe. Standard and rookie. What's standard? It feels very RE3. Read the text out loud. Now! This is my last escape. If I stay any longer, I fear I won't make it. I have to last escape, told you. RE Survivor remake, baby. Oh yeah, RE Survivor had like 3D environments too, actually. RE Survivor is a really cool looking game. The beginner's manual and the combat manual. So if you did the tutorial, probably... Oh yeah, I like this interface. Got a knife. Alright, beginner's guide. Basics. Run, interact, attack. Yeah, it's just basically like the control stuff. If you did a tutorial, I feel like probably get most of this information from that. Okay, right trigger while aiming to change targets. It's like the RE3 files. Hold LB down, then right trigger to target them when a zombie's on the floor. So I guess you need to, like, target them specifically. Special techniques. Do not button mash if you're grabbed. Accidentally waste the focus meter. And like OG RE2, like button mashing when you get grabbed is really fucking strong in like the OG games. I think a lot of people don't realize that when you first play them, but if you just hit like the directional buttons in like RE2, you can actually take so many grabs and not die in RE2. Okay, skip cutscenes. Fly. Advanced combat. There's thrust and roundhouse. Yeah, like RE2, you're intended to, push zombies off of you. They even have it where, like, if there's like 3 zombies kind of surrounding you, there's like a push hitbox where when you push the zombie off of you, all the surrounding zombies also get kind of knocked back. It keeps you from getting chain grabbed. I guess if you just get grabbed here, you just take the hit. Which that's how I initially played the RE games. I didn't realize there was even a way you could push zombies off until I got to RE3. RE3 has it in the manual, like telling you to like press buttons, and that was whenever I first realized, like, oh wait, that's a thing you can do. And then I went back and played RE2 again, and it's like, oh yeah, you can push the zombies off. I didn't even know that. And it's so much easier when you know that. There's LB and B. That's the thrust kick. I think that's like, yeah, like the push kick. Target dot will become a ring. Indicates kick will connect. Bring a zombie to its knees by repeatedly shooting or attacking its legs. Hold LB and press B. Deliver the powerful kick. Oh, you don't even need focus. Okay, I was under the impression you need to save your focus to do that kick. You can just do it any time. But the push requires focus. Okay. What if you could do headshots too? Targeting head or legs reduces the range of the attack. First pistol's a Glock in this, yeah. It's like Gun Survivor, I believe, had a Glock. Also, Code Veronica, Chris used a Glock. It's also support weapons. Oh yeah, I forgot about Dino Crisis having the Glock too. It has like 34 in that game. You can use 9mm or 40 Smith & Wesson. Primary and support slots. So I assume the knife's going to be like a support weapon. Yeah, I really like this interface. Does this have durability, or like health on it? Durability is used upon use. Okay. DP is durability points. You can also discard. So I like the VP70 from RE2, but now I think it's just a 9x19 Makarov. Yeah, it's like a... I've heard some people call it like a... expensive, whatchamacallit? It's expensive high point, basically. I really like the VP70. It is like a novelty gun. It's like very high capacity with a terrible trigger pull. But I always really like the look of the VP70. It's very sci-fi looking. Militaries don't have the horrible trigger. It's like the 3-on burst one. I like this like subtle kind of spice of having like the interface kind of move into position whenever you like change pages. So stuff like that's nice. All right, I'm trying to use the D-pad, but that's just I open the map. Okay, we got like Resident Evil style stairs or like interaction. I'm gonna assume the Glock is partially empty. Can examine it. Just tells you the ammo type. If I find more ammo, we'll find out. Door's locked. Ticket booth. Oh, no problem, Merc. We'll see you later. Huh. Found handgun. Bullets. Okay, 9 is the cap. Okay, so you're right. Yes, 9 bullets. Maybe it's a like a subcompact Glock or something. Like a little tiny magazine. Maybe it's loaded with like, I don't know. Nah, it says 9mm. I was gonna say maybe it's like 45 GAP or something. California Glock. Elevator needs power. CSGO Glock single stack. Yeah, I never really liked the CSGO Glock, or just in general CSGO guns always felt kind of dinky to me. What do you think you're doing? No, want to have like one of them? Take it easy, not gonna hurt you. What's your name anyway? A talker, huh? Okay then, I'll go first. Name's Soren. Trying to leave the city since the outbreak. The Resident Evil outbreak. Going through the streets is a little tougher than I thought. I'm gonna take my chances through the subway. What's the matter? Think I'm up to no good or something? There wouldn't be much reason to trust many people, I guess. Like for trouble even. Besides, the odds are better if we help each other, don't you think? Yeah, don't know about you. ... I'm in no rush to join them. Fine, suit yourself. I like the old game trope of where it's like, I'm gonna go on ahead, you stay here, or like, or I'll stay here, you go on ahead. Freya. My name's Freya. Freya, huh? Interesting name. What are you doing hanging around here? The Resident Evil outbreak. Subway. Looking for someone. Family? No. Colleague of mine. We're supposed to take the subway across town before we got separated. All the trains were suspended. Hello still, how's it going? Well, they are, but the man I came with is a bit of a tech wizard. Give him any vehicle, any system, he can operate within minutes. Is that true? It's very impressive. Still, I've got to ask. That's not your partner. What were you doing hovering over that zombie? Just trying to get some ammo, some loot. Trying to interrogate you, just a little confused, that's all. I suggest we team up until we find your friend. No, I can't. Why not? Are you putting you in danger? Don't sweat it. I'll get us out of this mess. Just leave it to me. You understand. If you follow me, something bad will happen. You'll just... I'm sorry. I have to go. Wait. Zombie activated. It's good when you can see the pixels. She activated the zombies. There we go. Die. Okay, that one's actually dead. In this game, it does not seem to be... You do not get resources for killing enemies, which that is true classic. Oh, wait, is this different ammo? Ah, you can't so you have to do like action reloading only. Interesting. Yeah, like old RE, you could kind of like, yeah, you could menu your way through like encounters at times, like menu reloading. This cut seems to be skipped by pressing Y. Notice its head's turning, like toward the enemy. Target grenade. LB down, right trigger. Oh, okay, that's all I was trying to do. It's like a specific combination.
Attention passengers. We are experiencing delays due to signal issues. Trains may be arriving out of order. Please listen for updates.
Yes. Got the health drink.
We apologize for the inconvenience.
Let's see, there we go. That's how you do the knife.
Mind the gap.
I know how strong the knife is.
Platform.
It has durability. So I have to keep that in mind.
This station is under active maintenance. Please proceed with caution. Platform 3 is closed until further notice. Passenger flow is being monitored for your safety. If you feel unwell, please notify station personnel.
I like the very strong emphasis on footsteps. Nice combat techniques. Perfect shot. Once meter, press aim LB and press RB initiate perfect shot. Crosshair PR on the enemy after brief mode, flash red. Okay. So if they're so you use the bar at the bottom right to basically like also time if you can't see the enemy directly. So let's make a stagger consecutively up to 3 times during a perfect shot combo. Changing the target area, torso, head, legs. Between shots produces different stagger animations. Each chain attack provides distinct situational advantages. Perfect shots deal increased damage, grant potential critical hits, and accelerate focus recovery. Interesting. Knife's a great tool for conserving ammo. For instance, you can use on zombies after knocking them down or if they're playing dead. Your knife deals more damage against standing enemies, however, it has weak stopping power. Okay, so there's more damage on standing. Not all required items in the area. That section of the map will change from red to white. Okay. It's specifying required items. Okay, I kind of like that as like a compromise. Because the thing I don't like in Resident Evil games, like the remake and the new remakes, is you can go through a room and just grab all the items, and then it'll tell you, okay, you look at the map and it's like, yep, map's clear, I got all the items. But it includes it'll basically detect every item, like bullets, health, key items, whatever. If you find everything, then it'll change from red to blue. But here it only changes, I guess, like from red to white if you find the key items. But I guess stuff like ammo and health won't affect the map, basically. I think that's interesting. Because the issue I have is, like, I don't like the idea of, like, you go into a room, take a lap around it, pick up the stuff, check your map, and then see, oh, I just have all the items. Now I never need to be in this room again. I like that kind of ambiguity of not knowing if you've actually got everything in the room or not. If that's the case. Because I just picked up the handgun ammo, and now it turned green, so maybe that's not correct. It says all required items in the area. I don't feel like handgun ammo would be a required item. I have to get used to... Yeah, knife is pretty strong. The shoot gun. Okay, life's not very ambiguous here. Like, you just have a full-on, like, RE4 beater here. Older RE games make it a little more vague on what your health status exactly is. It'll be like green, yellow, red. You don't really see the in-betweens. Safe room? Okay, computer save. And look at this. It's like the, whatchamacallit? It's like the RPD computer, the little test face on it. I like that. It's our item box. Gunpowder. Are we RE3? I'm noticing, like, see, items are kind of, like, hidden in, like, spots. Like, I'm pressing, like, you know, the shelf here, and, like, these boxes. I'm getting, like, random items in them. The thing I wish Ground Zero had a little bit more of, like, is meticulous sort of, like, item hunting where you know, check drawers and stuff like that. Like, the obvious items are obvious, they, like, gleam, but there's, like, optional items you can miss by putting them inside of boxes and stuff like that. It really, like, encourages you to explore, like, every corner. Essentially, you master perfect shot. It will save you countless resources and allow you to eliminate enemies quickly. Ignoring that will leave you overwhelmed by the sheer number and strength of your foes. Alright, perfect shot. Combat manual. Yeah, like, they really want you to learn that. What if you... Can you perfect shot with, like, the knife? I don't know if that's a thing you can do. Ah, okay. You have item storage here. Medkit. Then there's antidote. Vaccine. Curious what that does. Complete cures... Okay, so there's some infection system in it. Oh, that's what that skull is. Interesting. So you not only juggle health, but also infection meter in this. Got a little Resident Evil outbreak in this. Okay, combine with... This is like modern Resident Evil gunpowder. And it's like classic. Look at this item. I love this item box. This is great. We'll savor the game. I would like if I could zoom the map a little bit. I do find it, like, I'm looking at the map and I can read it, but it's a little small, I feel like. Oh, these guys are going to get up.
For emergencies, contact a transit officer or use the nearest intercom.
That's what you call a zombie world.
If you feel unwell, please notify station personnel.
I'm gonna need the power. Oh, this is a dead end. Okay, they're dead. Yeah, they do the blood pool system. Let's try a headshot. There we go. You have to master the critical shot system. Keypad button. Yeah, we'll take it. Hey Jenkins, how's it going? Yeah, I suppose we're winning. Trying out a new game. It's pretty cool so far. Alright, what's my health at? Can't tell is the... I'm gonna assume the bright part is my health. Yeah. Okay, so I was like getting pretty close to dead. Having an infection system is interesting, so you're basically balancing two life bars. Yeah, this game's definitely very RE. Ooh, I got a wide grab. What if you could juke them? Did a turnaround attack. Damn. Yeah, their grabs are really long. Very huge hitboxes. Game over. What does continue do? Does that send you back to the save, or does it have auto saves? Okay. Does not have auto saves. There we go. You can kind of group them. It's cool. Yeah, soon the head hits hit harder. Oh, shut her leg off. That's awesome. A good thing to learn like at Resident Evil games is like, and some of it just comes from just the experience of playing the levels and learning them, is figuring out what enemies to run past and which ones to fight. Yeah, see, that grab range is fucking crazy.
Mind the gap between the train and platform.
Reset their positioning a little bit. I wonder if it's based on which doorway you enter from. This room's dark, that's cool. Yeah, I had a feeling they'd sneak some enemies in here. Can I do the headshot? Oh yeah, you can. Awesome. Oh. It's not insta-kill though. Assume this is like a key item of some sort. Not what I wanted to do. There we go. Oh, zombies coming through rooms too. That's fucking cool. Oh yeah, there's so many enemies. See the movie Crank? Nah, I've heard of it though. Is it gonna be System Shock? No. Having a little 5 HP moment there. Okay, there's no... I bet the whiteboard has... Like, if you use a black line, I bet you would be able to see it. But it needs batteries. There's a door at the end of this hallway. I keep pausing and thinking it's my like inventory button. You get in this door. Oh, this is a zombie room. It's on the whiteboard. Yeah, I've figured that as much already. Gunpowder. There's nothing else in here. I'm curious if zombies like retain their health as you go between rooms. Yeah, so definitely like I have to have batteries to use the flashlight. That's how I'm going to get the code, very likely. Evidently I've missed something in that room back here. Oh, all these zombies are just like active now. Oh, it's just a health item, okay. Game over. Yes, this is pretty tight. It's like I actually I like this because you basically have to sort of make the decision of where to kill the enemies, and you can't just kill everything like you can in Ground Zero. I just wish the map was a little easier to read. Save room acts like it still has like items in it. Yeah, I know, like, I'm aware of like what the premise of Crank is. Like, I've heard it's insane. It's jammy. You think I can like kick it? Probably need an item for it. Not the infected. In contact with pulse results in infection buildup. However, bite inflicts forward damage and bumping into them. Resistance varies from person to person. No one's clearly immune. Infection means you deal less damage and recover focus at a much lower rate. This will infect your life will begin to drain until death. During peak infection, you can't save. Less first aid kit and a vaccine sample. First aid kit will fully restore your health and reduce infection by 5%. Vaccine completely eliminates it. So there's all reading stuff has in the fate of this chaos. Do like Resident logic of like, you get grabbed and you push him and just run past him at that point.
Mind the gap between the train and platform. Keep fucking up by accidentally using my focus and then like not shooting. Alright, clear this room. This room you can grab the shit and then get out. Nice, nice. Now here's the whiteboard, which I need the flashlight and I also need the batteries for it. These junction rooms, I feel like there's so many enemies in them that you shouldn't worry too much about trying to kill everything in them. If there's anything back this way. Ticket, please. Looks like a save room in there. I was worried that the movement would feel awkward with like free controls, but it really doesn't. It's like a door down here. I can go somewhere. Is it the tram? Mind the gap
I can.
between the
Okay.
train and platform.
John's note. Let's look around. There's a zombie or a damn falcon going around the corner. Yeah, the city's gonna be harder than we thought. Somebody's no good. Cut traction power to section. In other words, rails are dead. Trains are going anywhere unless someone brings it back online. There's an elevator. Ticket, but move the lead straight to the control room. I'm certain I can power the rails there. Very fine. Stay here. Don't move. Uh oh. It's John Ada. Adrenaline Fool. Aha. I think that'll get me to the save room. What does Adrenaline do? Maybe it's like, I bet it's focus. Okay, it's health and focus, basically. Hey Ghost, how's it going? The demo to this game just came out, PulseBreaker. I think it's actually really fucking good so far. It's like, it's legit like RE3 type of game. It's pretty brutal and fun, and it really, to me, like, this is like the best like PSX looking like Resident Evil style game to me. Hey, look how much soul there is in this menu here. This is great. Yeah, this is one of those, like, someone could tell you this is a PSX game you never played, and it's like, oh yeah, it looks like one. Yes. Yeah, this is a new game. We're just playing a demo. Advanced Combat Techniques 3. Critical hits occur at any moment while using handgun. Critical hits deal large damage, always result in instant kill of lesser enemies such as zombies. Perfect shots double the chance of critical hits. Bring a zombie to knees. If your focus meter is full, you may perform a critical shot. Right. Forgot about that. Executing a perfect shot with the shotgun greatly increases the spread and the range of the weapon. It means hitting multiple targets can be hit with a single shell. Head and torso shots deal the same damage. However, targeting enemies have a slightly increased critical. Okay. Reducing the range. Leg shots deal half damage, but can bring a zombie to its knee. Furthermore, the following shot kick may be fatal. Target them strategically. Oh, is this the batteries? Yes, we need these. The ham gum ammo. I like this, like, because, like, I actually feel like resource management's pretty important here. Yeah, I like the menu sounds. Let's see, is adrenaline heal and something else? Focus in life, okay. Nutting bigly, why is that? Get out of here, Automod. What's wrong with you? My cursor. Get out of here, freaking cursor. Alright, so I know where the flashlight is. That's where I need to go. Oh. Ah. Like RE3, we have like more enemy placements as you progress through the levels. Yeah, you're still alive. More gunpowder. Let's use... I think that's fucking tanky. Is this an axe? Oh wait, no, it's just a broom. I was about to say, I'm getting the Silent Hill 1 hammer. I got excited for a sec. I need to go, I think it's left. I need to go here. Get me out of here. And let's go back up. Oops, not that. Where's our batteries? There you are. Now I'm probably dead. It's not quite the RE2 shotgun where you can like headshot like 3 zombies if they're close enough together. Oh my god. I fucking bumped. Game over. These are their health resets. Can't really tell. Because the whole thing of, like, the old RE games, like, I've heard that, like, enemies' health resets when you, like, exit and leave rooms. Don't know if that's true. back here too. You try to rookie. It's probably it's a power fantasy compared to normal. I could probably believe that. I keep making that mistake so much where I use my focus and then don't shoot. Which is really aggravating. .544. What if this randomizes? Key down this drain. It's gonna have a look at the key card soon. He's down to the office locker. That was probably like a hook or something. Crowbar. Yeah, it's for the locker. It's very Silent Hill 2 there. Just have to get back through the subway. Oh my god. The reach is like always like a little longer than it looks.
Mind the gap between the train and platform.
Oh my god, yeah, fucking bullets. That went so bad, I just didn't care. Or if you could do focus attacks with a knife. Trying to do the kick and not the punt. It's like the roundhouse doesn't take your focus, but the punt will. Not sure why I've prioritized using the punt over the roundhouse. Dead? Yeah, we're dead. Shot it too. Kicked too far away. That's annoying. Yeah, it's hard to read the range there. Like that, like it looked like she was going down. I was trying to do the kick. Yeah, get used to like the support weapon. There we go, a lot better. I wasted 2 bullets, which is a little annoying in the dark, but whatever. Was it like 4, 4, 5, 5? Five, 5, 4, 4. Where can you use this on the like all the boarded doors, I wonder? Yeah, I understand why there's a support weapon system too. Makes sense with you can't do menu reloading. I think it makes sense. You can just like pull out the knife.
station is under active maintenance. Please proceed with caution.
Be the save room here. Magnet. Probably pop this med kit in here. I assume it's gonna be like A and B is shotgun, A and A is pistol, and then maybe B and B is like a magnum ammo of some sort, maybe. Uh-oh. Enemy zombie. Oh, we got runners. Thank you for playing. Ah. It's probably gonna be like the next tier of enemy. Yeah, very cool game. It's like actually challenging. Has an interesting combat system. It's a little bit, I would call it jank, but it's got a curve to it. It feels kind of unique and different, and it's like I like that. I'll do rookie and see how much easier it is. Thanks for playing. I'm the dev, by the way. Oh, cool. Yeah, I enjoyed this so far. Trying out the easier difficulty, but yeah, genuinely feels like a legit survival horror game, and I feel like it's kind of in the market right now for like these types of games. I feel like a lot of them don't quite give me that feeling that I get from like playing like RE2 or RE3 for the first time, where you're actually kind of having to like make the decisions of like, what enemies do I run past, what enemies do I want to kill, you know, where am I going to use my healing, do I want to save it, etc. It's like it feels Resident Evil, but it does feel a little different. I like it. Oops. There's definitely a curve to it. There's a learning curve to this game. And it's cool because I'm pretty familiar playing of like RE1, 2, 3, etc. And it doesn't feel like that it's just like if you know those games, then this one's just going to be easy. It's like, no, this game actually feels a bit different. Like, even if you're familiar with those games, like, this one is different, has enough of, like, a curve that you're not just gonna immediately just know what to do in this game, or know how to engage every enemy. See, I don't know how much, on normal difficulty, how much more health they would have had, but it might have been easier if I took these guys out. And I think the game was kind of, like, doing that in a tutorial, trying to tell you, hey, there's zombies on the ground here, you might want to kill them before they get up. Because these guys are definitely a problem on the regular difficulty being here. There's like an extra 2 zombies here, and then later, like, kind of like an RE3, you have like enemies kind of repopulating rooms. Like 3 more zombies pop this room. You got these 2 guys that are like static here, and you have like 3 other guys moving in on you. And this room's very cluttered with that many enemies. Hey, Fusion, how's it going? Thank you for the sub. I always struggle with that, doing the kicks whenever they're like coming to you from that perspective. It's kind of hard to read the distance. Now how good leg stabs really are. It's like head and chest stabs are better to do. Some enemies, item placements, even camera angles, RNG. It's kind of like RE3 of like the random enemies and items. I don't mind a little bit of that. I think that's cool. I'm curious about the RNG camera angles. Like how that works exactly. I don't know if knifing heads does more damage. Kind of feels like it does. I love the hip feedback, like when you shoot them in the legs and they go flying away like that. It's very satisfying. So a thing like that would have really been helpful, and it's kind of just the classic Resident Evil thing, is not having the look-ahead knowledge, basically, but me not knowing that this room was here, I feel like added a little bit of challenge, because you get extra ammo in here. Oh yeah, 2 enemies in here this time. There was only 1 last time. Yeah, to me it felt like the knifing heads did a little more damage. I'm gonna assume that this code is RNG. Either it's RNG or it's based on difficulty. I don't know if did I ever have the key to open that locker last time? I don't think I did. I don't know if you can find out if that's like something that's gonna be in the full game. That triggers when you open up this door. Kind of figured it was something like that. That feels so satisfying when you get the headshot kick. I like that the range of the knife just slightly is outside like the range of the actual model. Has a really huge hitbox, which I feel like is satisfying. Oh, my knife's broken. I assume there's some item that repairs it. There's more. And the items are just different here, I think, than last time. Never mind. I just forgot about this. Tutorial now, it just took me a second to get used to it. I feel like it's... The tutorial... It's just kind of like getting into the, like, rhythm of doing it, which is a little tricky at first. Once you're actually in the game and you're actually fighting enemies on the whim, then it's like, it's kind of hard to remember how to do all those things, but I feel like that's something that, like, you know, once you play this game and you probably have, like, I'm gonna assume it's gonna be, like, you know, somewhere around, like, a standard survival horror length, maybe, like, 6 to 8 hours, something like that. Once you're, like, you know, a few hours into the game, you'll start getting used to all those mechanics. When you're, like, kind of thrown into it at first, I can see it being very overwhelming. It's kind of like kendo here with the shotgun. And that guy's tanky. Oh, my inventory's full. Also, this is the thing I really like here. Items that are just kind of randomly in, like, objects like this that are not super clear. It rewards you for, like, actually, like, investigating random objects in the game. I always really like that. Pumpkin Raid. It's already wrapping up. Hello, Pumpkin Synth. How you doing? I quite like it. This is a good demo. I've already beaten it, but I'm just playing it on I'm playing it on like the baby mode difficulty now.
Contact a transit officer.
Just to compare to difficulty. Move up. You're gonna backseat my position. So I like that the demo is just called Horror Game Demo.
If you feel unwell, please notify station personnel.
Now, I thought it being called Horror Game Demo was cute. I mean, it could be called, you know, like Unity Handle.exe, something like that. I don't think there's anything to the left. I really like this room right here. Reminds me of the RE2 room, where you go to that room on the left and there's just like 15 fucking zombies in there. But here, you actually are forced to like deal with it. You have to run through it. They do have the shotgun. Usually in RE2, like you probably don't really want to go in that room until you have the shotgun. I never really got to try. I'm curious. Okay, now let's prepare. I want to try the shotgun with the focus. Ah, it's too slow. It seems like it still did like a AoE blast though. Alright, what did I get? This. Hey D Blue, how's it going? Now, let's see if the code is... Okay, I'm gonna assume it's RNG'd. Yeah, you didn't have to do the super shot. Haha. The camera angle there makes me think of the opening RE2 as well. All the bodies, or sorry, the zombies like eating the bodies before you get into the bus. Two, 4, 8, 7. Okay. I'll use some of my bullets. It feels like that mostly... Was it 2, 4, 8, 7? There we go. Feels like the most difference is the enemies seem to just be weaker, I think, on this difficulty. Feels like a player takes less damage, enemies die quicker. I feel like that's the main difference. But I feel like standard is the way to go on this, because I feel like here I can kind of just kill everything, except for that room down there. I don't know about that room, but most of the kind of critical path locations you're going through, I feel like you can kill most of the enemies on this difficulty. What's that little... Oh, it's the train door. I didn't pick up everything there, I don't think. What did I... Oh, it must have been this. Oh, 1 second.
Mind the gap. gap between the train and platform.
I get kicked.
This station is under active maintenance. Please
I have the
proceed with
yesterday.
caution. Platform 3 is closed until further notice. Passenger flow is being monitored.
How many bullets I have?
If you feel unwell, please notify station personnel.
Let's try the shoot gun. I'm gonna try to do the critical with it.
Unexpected activity has been detected on track level. For your safety, please remain behind the
There we
white
go.
line. Running on the platform.
Yeah, so there's a bit of like AoE blast with the shotgun, even if you don't do the critical. Just seems like it's stronger if you do the, I guess perfect shot. I keep calling it critical, it's perfect shot.
Reported to station staff immediately.
Yeah, the HUD, like all the little menu sounds have been very impressive to me. So like I really like the changing the page, just having the little subtle thing of the interface kind of like sliding in kind of thing. So the one critique I have is the map here, is that I just wish you could zoom in on it. I find it just a little bit difficult to read for me. Yeah, it feels like it's like 30 frames, I think. And the demo basically ends here. There's a hidden item. Also, it wasn't clear to me. There was the one file that said, it said that like essential items, I can't remember how it was worded. It said that essential items will keep the room highlighted in red, and once you've gotten all of them, then the room will switch to white. I wasn't sure if that meant like only key items or if it meant like all items in general. As it is right now, it seems like that if you're missing any item, including like a health item or ammo item or whatnot, that it then changes to white, which is like, that's how RE1 Remake and like the modern Resident Evils do it. I do kind of like the idea that the only items that cause it to be red is, yeah, like the hidden items. Okay. So if a hidden item is still in the room, then it'll actually change the white. I like that idea because I like the idea of you having to actually scour the room for all the resources. It's kind of a pet peeve I have in modern Resident Evil, but a lot of times you go in a room and you will just do this. You take a lap around the room and you grab everything that there is, and then you get out and you check your map and you're like, oh, the room's white. All right, I can leave now. And then, you know, if there was like, I don't know, bullets in this cabinet right here, you would still know it, that you're missing something there. So it would prompt you to come back and keep, you know, investigate everything. I like the idea that you do multiple playthroughs of the game and that you check a spot that you've never checked before and find, oh, there was like pistol bullets in this cabinet and I've played the game, you know, 15 times and never knew that. I like stuff like that. I feel like that should be done more. Yeah, like RE2, and I think it was only the was it NTSC, like North America region, that had the like super hidden items, like the bullets and like random spots like behind objects or like the herbs behind the desks and stuff. I think they added those to offset the harder difficulty of the American version. Like enemies have more health, so they put more resources to compensate, but they also hid all those resources too. So RE4 had the red herb you never knew about. Are you talking about when you go behind the house and then you break that little box? So I don't know why this This little training area reminds me of Max Payne 1 also, in this alleyway. Max Payne 1 had a training room like this. Hey, Faultier. Hey, Faultier, I would recommend that you try this demo out. I quite like this game. You completely ripped off Max Payne. Damn, I spotted it. Yeah, this reminds me of the Max Payne tutorial alleyway. That's got the nice kind of like city ambiance of Resident Evil 2, like hearing the zombies in the distance. The demo came out, was it today or was it yesterday? I can't remember. I think it was today. Okay, it was yesterday. Yes, thanks for stopping by. I've enjoyed the game so far. It's him. He is John PulseBreaker. Like this got like the hot girl zombie too, like RE2, but a little different. I don't know if I use the thrust kicks enough. Yeah, you can kick zombies, but it's very limited and kind of like unreliable when you can. Very specific when you're allowed to do so. Basically, when they're downed like that, you can do like RE4 kicks. And then if you fill up your meter, which you can also use for like critical shots, you basically choose either do a critical shot or you do a push kick. So it's like it's a little RE4, but it's not as reliable as RE4. Yeah, say it's got vertex lighting. It's definitely PlayStation looking. Scan light optional. I'm not sure. I haven't really messed with the options. Yeah, so if you leg shot them, then do a perfect shot, you can critical them, which will instantly kill them. Yeah, it's got the vertex wobble, the vertex snapping. Cool. The display settings. Oh, you can turn them off. You turn off screen shake, scan lines, HUD elements. Yeah, so it's got options. Okay, it has music specifically for the options. That's like RE3 actually. I thought this was just the menu music, but it's just specifically for the options screen. It's kind of funny. Alright, Pumpkin, I'm going to assume you probably want me to call the stream here because you probably want to go to bed, right? And wake up early. Is that true? Yes or no? That's time, gotta do a bit of work. Okay, I was trying to like determine if I'm gonna play Stalker or not. Because I've already beat the demo. On both difficulties. Okay. I've already done 2 hours. I could stream in the morning. Yeah, I could do Stalker in the morning when I wake up, maybe. Yeah, if I start Stalker, then like I'm gonna want to play for like another like 2 hours probably. Yeah. Yeah. Alrighty, I'll probably just call it here then. Cool. Well, that actually went a bit longer than I expected. I am getting a little sleepy anyway too, so that's not a big deal. Alrighty. Oh, I would say so far I like the demo. That was a hit. Alright, who is live right now? This is like normal people hours right now, so there's people streaming. But next time I stream, I'll play Stalker. Do some more Gamer. And hopefully I'll do it tomorrow morning. Hopefully I'll wake up early enough to do a super morning stream. I like the morning streams. Who? Isu? Yeah, let's read Isu. Starts a Minecraft server today. Speaking of falling asleep. Minecraft puts me to sleep. Alright. I might be back tomorrow morning in AM hours. Minecraft is a sleepy game for me. Alrighty. Good night, everyone. And I will hopefully be back tomorrow morning, play some Stalker whenever I get up. Alrighty. Good night. We'll see you all next time. Peace.